$700 to play one game. That's the math on GTA 6. Because I don't own a PS5, so the console is part of the bill. But that's rookie numbers compared to what the rest of the world spends on their nerdy hobbies. Today I'm pricing out gaming, Warhammer 40k, trading card games, and D&D. One of these is way more expensive than you think. These four hobbies get grouped together a lot. But what's the actual cost to get in the door? It's wildly different. Some of these you can start for just $20. One of these can quietly become a $400 habit before you even start playing a full game. Let's start with the one that actually got me thinking about this. GTA 6 drops November 19th, 2026. The standard edition comes at $80. For the Ultimate Edition, $9.99. The only problem is it's not coming out on PC day one launch. On launch, it's only on PS5s and Xbox Series X only. No PC version has been confirmed because typically they come out a year later. Rockstar historically makes players wait about a year or two before they can play on PC. So if you want it on day one, you're not just buying the game, you're buying the console too. And as a PC gamer, I don't have a console. But it's GTA 6, so if I wanted to play it day one of release, it's a $600 console, plus the base game, which is $80, so that's $700 all in just to play GTA when it first comes out on day one. It's rookie numbers because tabletop gaming plays a completely different game with your wallet. Warhammer 40k has a reputation. People joke that it's called 40k because that's how much it's going to cost you to play this game. That's an exaggeration, but not by as much as you'd hope. 2,000 point army, a full 2,000 point tournament legal army will typically run you from $300 to $600, depending on the faction. But a competitive 2,000 point army can run you at least $1,500. But realistically, no one's going to walk into a game store and buy 2,000 points of an army on day one. I hope. It's more likely that you're going to start the hobby with a beginner-friendly combat patrol box. This is going to get you a genuinely playable starter army for about $150 to $180. Add paint, brushes, glue, your day one costs out the door is probably going to be around $250. Building towards a full army is actually where the joke starts to become true. When you're first getting in the army, nobody warns you that $1,500 purchase is not a one-time. That's because Games Workshop constantly updates their rules. That means one model that was good yesterday might not be good tomorrow. Competitive players end up buying new models every season just to keep up with their lists. To a competitive player, $1,500 isn't a one-time purchase. It's like a subscription. And that's just one hobby. Trading card games somehow have an even bigger range because it depends entirely on which game you're playing. Pokemon is the budget option. A genuine competitive tournament deck can be acquired for about $50 to $80. I remember buying an EX Charizard deck and it being competitively viable with one or two card swaps for the entire season. But let's say you're playing Magic the Gathering, that $50 to $80 will only get you a bracket 2 or 3 Commander deck. And if that Commander deck jumped up to bracket 5, the cost of your deck could be in the thousands. For example, a bracket 5 Timnachrom deck can cost up to $10,000. This price might be an exaggeration to you, but it's not. Dual lands alone cost $500. And I imagine you're running at least 5 of them. That's $2,000 already? 2.5K? I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm definitely getting priced out of TCGs. But Wizards of the Coast does have cheaper hobbies. In fact, one of its cheapest hobbies is definitely D&D. But honestly, this can be pretty expensive too. To start playing D&D, all you really need is the maybe D&D starter set, which is just $15 to $25 that you can find at your local game store or even a Target. Pretty reasonable. But what if you went all in and you fell in love with D&D and you became a DM? There are 3 core books that you're probably going to want to get. The Player's Handbook, Dungeon Master's Guide, and then the Monster Manual. Those are about $50 a pop. Maybe you want a proper dice collection. Chessex dice are like $15. But if you wanted metal, resin, or custom dice, those can range up to $100. Don't even get me started on miniatures. D&D has hundreds of monsters, and there's a miniature for each and every one of them. D&D might be really cheap to start, but the potential to spend is just exponential. So let's put all 4 of these hobbies side by side and see who actually wins or loses. Here's the full lineup. If I wanted to continue my gaming hobby and play GTA day one on release, it's going to cost me $700 to start. But if I wanted to go all in, get a PS5 Pro and the deluxe edition of GTA, that's going to be $1,000. Now, when it comes to 40K, it's already too late for me, but if you want to start, it's going to cost you about $220. Combat Patrol, dice, paint, and glue. $1,500 and up if you're meta chasing and you're going to buy a 2,000-point army day one. Please don't do that. $50 to $80 to start, depending on the TCG, but $10,000 plus for just one Bracket 5 tournament commander deck. D&D or Pathfinder, $15 to $25 for a starter set. Maybe $500 if you buy all the minis that you could ever want and all the books and all the materials that you would need. Now, the reason I picked these 4 hobbies is because I play all 4 of them. But it's not too late for you. Let me know, are you going to buy a new PS5 and a GTA 6 just to play it on day one? Are you currently in any of these hobbies, and are my estimates roughly accurate? Let me know in the comments below. We'll see you in the next one.